Yeah, everybody's back for a little more of the Trippin' Balls. People, I like you. I like what you're doing with yourselves. I'm Brother JT. We're going to talk about exploring the outer reaches of the inner space, and that includes everything. We talk about music. Sure, I love the music. I love the music that gets inside you and rips out the bad things the church put in you. I love that music. But there's also other things. There's painting, art, visual media, as we like to call it. And with me tonight to explore that is one Tony Demelas.
Yes.
And Tony, thank you for coming on this thing we have here.
You're welcome.
Delighted to have you, and you're surrounded by some of your works of art. Hey, what? Are these recent paintings? I mean, maybe you guys can get some of this.
Yes, they're constantly in a process of flux, so they're constantly.
You actually keep working on
keep them around and keep working on them.
And I can't help but notice they're very colorful. You know, like there's a lot of orange in things. I think my favorite color is orange because of the connection it has to the golden light that spills into you when you realize who you are finally. Mm. It's orange and creamsicles. I'm fond of those, right. You know. So I notice there's a lot of that. Can you relate maybe some experience in the past that has led you to create sort of colorful designs and fanciful renderings here? Cast your mind back.
Well, I guess it could go back to me probably doing a lot of acid and mushrooms when I was a child.
As a child?
Yeah, I was 14, 15. I grew up in Center City, Philadelphia. Right.
What was that like?
It was really cool, actually. I mean, it was quite a community. It was like 30, 40 kids in the neighborhood, all experimenting.
Wow. Every
day, and it was a whole nother world.
Do you remember any specific things or anything that you can put your finger on that led you to create specifically what you got here?
I think hanging out in the subway tunnels.
Really?
And yeah, and graffitiing in the subway tunnels. Because you would have to, when the trains went by, you'd have to stand inside the catacombs, and the train would go by, and there would be snippets in seconds where you could see a person, and then everything else was a blur. It would ride by you, and it was always in streaks and lines, and it would be vibrant orange to yellow to blue, and cars going by, and then it would just disappear, and you would just stand there and be like, oh. And then you go back to, you know, graffitiing in the tunnels, and, you know, making your mark, you know. And it wasn't until much later on in life that I started making these paintings.
Really?
And now I'm starting to look back and seeing where these ideas are coming from.
Right. I mean, why these images? I mean, there's a house there, and there's, you know, it seems like a idyllic, but at the same time unworldly. I mean, why that image? Why?
Well, I'm trying to put a show together right now, and I've got a title, and it's going to be called American Gulag. Mm-hmm. And it's loosely based on our housing problems we have right now. You know, what's happened in suburbia where all this tract housing goes up and every house looks exactly the same.
Right.
And you're in these kind of communities that are almost like prisons. And the best foods you can get are any foods you can get really in the areas are like fast foods and crap and acidic and I don't know, it's like...
Maybe there's too much of everything. Maybe we should just cut down a little on that. But there's nothing we can do about it now. These These are 3D paintings. So I'm seeing into a third dimension now. Excellent. You got to put people, you got your 3D glasses with the whole subscription to, what was that, the Gladiator format cable TV system.
Yes.
Put them on now. And look at this. Wow. It truly is. I feel like I can I reach into it?
Sure.
That's nice. Good. I'm not screwing anybody up here, I hope. Yeah. I really wish I could go in there, Tony. I wish I could go into the yellow house and there would be pudding, a lot of pudding in orange bowls.
Tell me.
Butterscotch pudding, maybe.
Delicious?
I hate it, but I gotta learn to love it someday, and that just might be the day, and the clocks all read 3:33 all the time, so you don't have to go to work, you don't have to go to school. This is almost too painful. I have to take these off because it's like I was there. I was inside the house I dreamed of having, the house of dreams. Where can I find these paintings?
Pentimenti Gallery on 2nd between Race and Vine.
Slow down, buddy. Just a little slower.
It's a Pentimenti Gallery.
Pentimenti.
Yes, it's
like
on
pickle and pimento loaf.
Yeah, it's on 2nd Street between Race and Vine.
Go there now. Tony, thank you so much for being here with your art. It has enlivened my day. It will enliven your day if you have any sense, people. Experience the wonder of otherness, people. Come on. Put down the iPod. Put it down. It's taking your brain away. Put down that cell phone. Unplug it. Right. See you later.
All right. Good stuff, man.